Hello and welcome. Bad Raven here. Today, going to do a different type of review today. I normally do movie reviews and stuff related to that in my collection. But today I'm going to kind of do a different type of thing about movies. It is movie related. It's just the movie theater experience, I guess you could call it. I love going to the movies. I loved watching movies at the theater because you can't get that even if you got a big screen at your house with great surround sound. There's still nothing like going to the movies. You know, seeing your star up on the screen blown up to big proportions and seeing the pulse pounding action of all the speakers and just being around the crowd and enjoying a movie together. Taking your family, the seeing of all the the different trailers that come on before a movie of different movies coming soon. That's always something I really enjoyed about going to the movie theater. And where I go to the movie theater, I guess you all know that I live in the southeastern part of Kentucky. I live outside of Corbin, Kentucky, and they have a great movie theater called the Tri-County Cineplex, and they do a tremendous job with their workers, with their presentations of the movies. With the projectors are state of the art, the sound system state of the art. Employees are really nice and friendly, and I always have a good experience as far as that goes, as with the presentations and the people there, and even the value. I mean, it's $8, not matinee for adult, but I mean it's higher other places, and for the experience that you get as far as with the great quality and surround sound and all that, it's worth it. And the concession is reasonable, and sometimes like when you go there you can get like a bucket for the movie that's out at that time and get pay a little bit extra for it and get to bring it back for like 6 months and get dollar refills on it, or a drink cup from the movie that you watched. Like we got Rogue One drink cups and a bucket of popcorn. Cost about, I forget what it cost, but like it's pretty high at first, but when you get it, you can bring it back for 6 months when you watch movies and get a dollar refill on all of them, like $1 for popcorn, $1 for the drink. Like me and my son would get 2 drinks and a popcorn, it'd be $3. So you can't beat that. It's a great deal the way they do stuff like that. But anyway, getting back to why I made this video, I've noticed, even the Tri-County has noticed, people are not the same they are as it used to be. They have to come out in front of the movies before the movie comes on. The workers have to come up and remind everybody to silence their phones, to keep their feet off the seat, to throw their garbage away, and to keep their talking to a minimum. And that's, reasonable. That's all reasonable, and I'm glad they do it. I tell my son every time they say it, though, it's a shame that they have to tell people to do what's right. And it is, because, when you go to these places, you're going there, you pay your money, and like I said, me and my son go, it's $16, $8 a piece, that's $16 we spend, not counting the concessions. And so, you go there and trying to enjoy a movie that's come out that you look forward to, or something, and find it a surprise movie, and you want to actually hear the movie, you want to actually see the movie without being distracted, minor distractions like people going to the bathroom, stuff like that. That's no big deal. I'm talking about the people that they do the speech for. Well, they did the speech. We was watching Split, and they do the speech, and it ain't 30 minutes into the movie, phones start popping out, and people beside my son start talking. And they have a phone. It's just, you don't understand how distracting that is. When you bring out a phone in a movie, it's a total dark theater. So when you bring out the phone, it's like a flashlight. You're holding it in your lap looking at your phone. You think nobody can see that, but they can. I don't care where you're sitting in the theater. You can see a bunch of these little lights pop on. And I'm not going to understand if you're getting a text that was like you just want to kind of scan real quick and look at it and put it back down. But not all the time. You keep getting a text, you go outside after you keep getting it and tell them to quit texting you. You know what I'm saying? You just be considerate of the people around you and not keep accepting the text. But anyway, they get their text and they scan through them. You can see them scanning through their apps, through their, probably their email, through all this kind of stuff. And you're like, dude, they just they just told you not to be doing that. And if you have to do it, go outside. They even warn them on the speech. They say that they've been getting a lot of complaints about phones, and I see why. Because people do not have any sense of anybody around them that's paid their hard money to go to, and they just pop it out there and do it, and don't even care. But I mean, the couple that was beside my son were teenagers. I can about understand why they do what they do, because teenagers don't always follow the rules. I understand. But these other people who are doing this with the phones are grown-up people that have more sense than that. I mean, I pay to come in and watch the movie, to not think about the people around me. I mean, I do love a crowd participation in the movie. Like, I'll go back to the movie Superman 3 back in the day. Yeah, that dates how old I am. But, I mean, the part where Clark Kent is fighting the evil Superman, and he beats Superman, and he pulls his shirt open to show the S, the bright red S with the blue on it. The whole crowd erupted and clapped and yelled and went on because they were very excited by that scene. They got into the movie and they just let it out. And I like stuff like that in the movies. I like the laughter in movies. I like when people laugh at the jokes in the movies, that people, sigh when something bad happens or groan when something bad happens. That I like all that. But I'm not talking about the people just pops out their phone and people just talking to each other like they're outside the theater and think that nobody else is listening. I mean, the teenagers beside my son were just having a conversation. I don't know if they just didn't even whisper. If they plainly told them to keep your talking to a whisper, and why they couldn't have went outside, I don't know. They didn't flop out their phone too. I mean, even people in front of me was telling them to shh, making shh sounds to them. I mean, it's just ridiculous that grown people have to be told to shut up in a movie and to put their phones away. I mean, it's just ridiculous that anybody would pay that kind of money to do something in a theater like that. Go outside. Don't go watch a movie. Keep the money in your pocket if you're gonna ruin the experience for everybody else. And you think, oh, I'm not ruining the experience. You don't know what the other people feel when they're watching the movie. I mean, I was like sitting there, and the guy in about 3 or 4 rows from me just pops his phone out and starts scanning through his phone. I'm like, why are you here? This is important parts of the movie, but you're supposed to be learning about the characters, be learning about the what's going on, the plot, and you're sitting there scanning to see what's on Twitch or whatever those other apps are, or Twitter, whatever. If that was so important to you, why don't you go outside the theater, go in the lobby and Twitch yourself and watch all that Snapchat, whatever you want to see then, and then when you get that out of your system, come back in and watch the movie like everybody else. But anyway, I hate to have to get under a rant like this. I mean, it just gets annoying when you see this stuff happening over and over again, and then people even the business telling you, the theater telling you not to do this, and you still do it just right after they tell you that. I see where kids get all the problems because the grown-ups are not even any better than the kids. The kids learn from the grown-ups. But I mean, they need to think before they do stuff like this. They need to listen. And I find a lot of these days people don't listen to anything. They listen to themselves. They don't listen to anybody else. You could tell them, and all of a sudden, oh, well, it's like they just heard it for the first time. Like I said, ever since that movie theater's been open, about since the first year, they've been doing these speeches. And it's gotten worse. So I just hope that everybody understands that there's other people around you. There's other people that come there and spend their hard money, and they want to enjoy a movie. They want to be taken away into a movie. Want to be sucked into the movie. And your phone and stuff doing these ridiculous things are taking them out of the movie. They're causing them not to enjoy that experience that everybody should get to enjoy. So I guess that this is all of my rant. I felt like I needed to say something about this. I mean, it's happened in the past. It seems like lately it's getting worse. And I know there's a new generation of people watching movies, but I mean, I even heard somewhere where they want to have a movie theater where they can use their devices during the movie. I was like, I do not want to go to that movie theater. Tell me where it's at and I will never go there. Because I don't go to a movie to talk on my phone. I don't go to the movie to look at my apps on my phone. I don't go to the movie for that. I go to watch the movie. All right? So you can leave your comments down at the bottom and tell me what you think of your experience with the rude moviegoers, and I will gladly read them. And I just want to give a good shout out for the Tri-County Cinemaplex. They do an awesome job there. They're trying to keep it where it's a great experience for everybody to go, and I applaud them for that. And I enjoy their movie theater thoroughly, and I think they do an awesome job with their employees, with the concession, with the like I said, with the presentation of the movie, the sound, all that is A+ in my book. So I have no problem with them. I just hope that everybody seeing this will notice things like this happening, and maybe enough people will complain about it where the people that's doing it will stop. But anyway, I enjoy you guys coming and watching my channel. The Bad Raven is here, and I'm here to try to give you the best knowledge I know of my collection and going to the movies and stuff. And I appreciate you coming here. Thank you, and goodbye.